Hi, Internet. Let's talk about the things in my collection that are the most valuable. Notice how I didn't say expensive. Yes, some of these are expensive. But there's a lot in my collection that is valuable to me on a personal level, but may not be valuable overall. Now, granted, I did pick out the stuff that is most expensive in my collection. That's because it has the most value to me. But there are other games like the Kingdom Hearts games, the Fallout games, some of these games behind me, some of the games over there, some of the systems that aren't as expensive as these are, but they still have value. But these have the most value. I know that probably didn't make any sense, but let's get into it. First up, we have my Atari Jaguar. And this is valuable to me because I saw this on an Angry Video Game Nerd episode years ago, and always wanted one. Never knew how I was going to get it, when I was going to get it, why I was going to get it. I just knew that I wanted one. And then finally, I saw this in a store and had to pick it up. And it's gone up in price since then. I got it for a really good deal, and I absolutely love it. I don't have a lot of games for it, but that's okay. I'm just happy to have it. But one of the games I do have is Wolfenstein 3D. It's a fantastic port of Wolfenstein. I actually have the box up there somewhere. And I just love having it. It's a great compliment. I also have Tempest 2000 and some other games that I can't remember off the top of my head. But yeah, so in terms of consoles, this one's the most special to me. In terms of actual value, in terms of how much expensive something is, it's my Series X right here. This is the most I've ever spent on a console. I bought it last summer. I'm sorry, I shouldn't say last summer. Summer 2021. I paid a hefty amount for it, but I'm happy I did. I love it. I think it's great, and it is a great addition. I originally wanted a PS5, but that's not happening anytime soon. I can't even think of how I would come across one of those. I was actually searching for a PS5 when I saw this was available. So I decided, do I really need the PS5? Like, they all have almost the same games, so I'll just get this. And one day I'll get a PS5. But for now, the Series X does everything I need it to do. Nintendo games. Over here we have Mega Man 5. This was the last piece I needed to complete my Mega Man collection for NES. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 6, and then I needed 5. And I talked about in a video that I was at a shop one day, and, I was talking to the owner, and I said, yeah, I just can't find a copy of Mega Man 5 anywhere. I literally went to a store 2 miles up the road, and this was there, just sitting there. So I immediately picked it up. It completes the Mega Man collection, and I'm very happy to have it. Next was Chrono Trigger. There are 2 Super Nintendo games that I really want, Earthbound and Chrono Trigger. And I got one of them, Chrono Trigger. Now, this one has a really beat-up label. I got it at a game convention in my town, and it's beat to hell. Unfortunately, I didn't have enough money on me at the time to pay for the nicer version, which was like $30 more. I should have, but I didn't. I do have a copy of Earthbound up here, but it's not a real copy. It's a complete reproduction. You know this because on the back, this is Chrono Trigger. It has no stickers. So this is not real. I paid $20 for it. Yeah, so Chrono Trigger, fantastic game. Really happy to have it. Next is Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness for GameCube. I blotted out the price. Very happy to have this. This was another bucket list game that I wanted for the longest time. And I think I need to actually clean this. Looking kind of rough. But I keep my games in good condition, so this was just another bucket list item. I don't have a lot of GameCube games, as you can see, mostly because I sold all of them a long time ago. But yeah. We have Michael Jackson's Moonwalker in box. It doesn't have... Oh, it does have the manual. Yes, it does. I forgot it had some manual. But it's complete in box, and I think it is so neat. It's another one of those games that I saw on AVGN years ago and just wanted. So, I picked it up. And it has a lot of value to me, especially it being complete in box. That's really cool. I don't typically go for stuff that's complete in box just because it's just not something I ever cared about. But to have some things complete in box are really cool. Like, I still have the box for the Series X right here and all the manuals and stuff like that. Let's see. Knuckles Chaotix. I should really have my 32X over here, because that was another big thing. I always wanted a 32X. And when I finally got it, that was one of the games that I really wanted. It took a while to find, but when I found it, I bought it, and I'm very happy to have it. And it fulfills, the collector inside of me, who just wants to have stuff from, like, that he either saw when he was younger, or, found out about later and wanted. Same with the OLED Switch. When the OLED Switch came out, I knew I wanted one. And didn't matter what the price is. When I saw one available, I picked it up. And I'm very happy to have it. But now we get to the cream of the crop. The stuff that I look fondly at the most. Because it has not only value, but also price-wise, nostalgia-wise, notoriety-wise. It has everything. It's these 3 games right here. We'll start off at the top. Castlevania Symphony of the Night. Much lauded PlayStation 1 game. Wanted it for the longest time. Finally pulled the trigger when the price went down a little bit. Could not be happier with it. Same with Silent Hill. I wanted this game for the longest time, because I never really played Silent Hill growing up. So I wanted to experience what it was like to play these games. And I played this game last Halloween, and it was scary as hell, but also fantastic. Finally, we have what I would say is the culmination of my entire game collecting life is Clock Tower for the PS1. As I've stated before, if you know the story, you could skip ahead, but I saw this game on an episode of X-Play. I think back in like 2004, 2005. By the way, RAPG4, they just went away again. Damn you, Comcast. Yeah, I saw this game. It was a scary game special countdown where they had to count down the top 10 scariest games. This was one of them. And I remember seeing it and being fascinated by it. The idea of being stalked by a creepy scissor man and having to run away and him constantly following you scared the crap out of me. But also, I would have been like 10 at the time, so I was fascinated by it. And I didn't even know they had a PS1 version of it until I saw this in store. And I saw it and I asked the dude behind the counter, "Is this the game where you get chased by the giant scissor man?" And he said, yes it is. And it remains to this day the most expensive game. I want to differentiate that between game and system. This is the most expensive system I've ever bought. This is the most expensive game I ever bought. It was $220, as you can see right there. That is a lot to spend on a game. But to fulfill the fantasy of the child in me is priceless. Also, I'm an adult. I can spend money on what I want to. This video didn't really have any rhyme and reason. I'm just kind of showing off stuff that's, expensive in my collection. But to other people, this stuff could be common. Chrono Trigger could just be another game. The Jaguar could just be another system. I know that I'm lucky enough to have a Series X, but other people have a PS5, and that's cool too. So, really, collecting is what you make of it. If you only collect, Pokemon games for whatever reason, those are more valuable to you. To me, they're just other games, but to other people, Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver are the top of the line. And that's really cool, because there's so many avenues you could take with game collecting. And that's the beauty of it. You could be Nintendo, you could be Sony, you could be Xbox, you could be Atari, whatever you want. That's the beauty of it. Make collecting what you want it to be. No, there's no guidelines for collecting. Collect what you want. You know, buy whatever you want. It's your money. I'm not going to tell you how to spend it. But anyways, thank you very much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for all the support on the channel recently. We rocketed past 200 subscribers, and I'm very happy for that. Thank you very much.